Hi folks, good afternoon to you. Well, it's just gone 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but the last hour or so, I've been doing something that I wanted to share with you, and I'll tell you what it is in a minute. So what I did is I made a video similar to this one that I'm making now, but for some reason it didn't come out. It's a possibility that I put it on photo and not video, and kept talking while it wasn't filming at all. Never mind, because I'm going to tell you now what it was about. I made the video saying, what of do you think I've been doing in the last half hour? And I told you on the video what it was. I was repotting some geranium cuttings. Well, they've gone past the age of cuttings now. They're little plants, about so big. And what it was, I had one big geranium, and it was nice and big and healthy and growing wonderful. And on a video I've made, I've probably said that, so I might be repeating it for you. But I had this wonderful geranium, and we come through to the lockdown. And I decided I would take cuttings. Now, unfortunately, I think on the video I made a mistake. I said I took the cuttings at around April. But no, because if I took the cuttings at around April, they would have grown through the summer, right through from 2020 to April now, year 2021. So obviously they didn't. I didn't take cuttings back in April 20. Possibly I took the cuttings maybe in October 2020, last year. Anyway, today is Tuesday, the 20th of April 2021. And I'd like to tell you what the date is, because viewers who might view this in a few months' time or even a year's time, they'll be wondering, how old is this video? Is it a new video, a modern video, or is it an old one? Well, by giving you the date, then you're well aware. And of course, over the months, there'll be more videos, won't there? And so it's nice to keep them in order with the date. Makes it easier to be able to watch them in the correct order that they were made. So anyway, I decided to take these cuttings, and I took my camera out, turned it on, my mobile that is, turned it on, and unfortunately I hadn't reversed the camera so it was pointing towards the geraniums. So I had to turn the camera around, and of course once I turned it around, the audio wasn't so good because I was speaking from behind the camera. Anyway, what I did is I took these cuttings last year, and I think it would have been about October, and I had 12 plants. Now, from the big geranium plant, there were so many cuttings I could have taken, but where I got the plant is not a greenhouse. Just to clarify things, I live in a residential private block of flats, and these used to belong to the American Navy. And when the American Navy was locally here in Pembrokeshire, they were down in an area called Brodie. And in fact, older people might remember sea rescues going out, helicopters going out from Brodie for a sea rescue or something. Anyway, the American Navy pulled out years ago, and they were purchased by a building society, and the building society just rejuvenated them a little bit, and then sold them on. Well, of course, they're quite old, because they go back to when they were built for the American Navy years ago, or decades ago, I should say. So they're quite old, but they've got nice thick walls, and that's one good thing. And they're very comfortable. And there's some privacy. And privacy is needed in the times we live in, don't they? How many people would answer the door without thinking who's at the door? So this private residential area has got a set of bells and speakers, and you'd have to press the bell and speak to ask permission for the door to be unlocked from the inside, electronically, of course, to come in. So I've been here over 20 years. But my Thai wife, we got married 14 years ago. And so for the last 14 years, or a little bit less than 14 years, we got married in Thailand. And then I brought her home to the UK. So my wife has been here in this home for many years now. So coming back to the geraniums, 3 of the geraniums, as will be explained on the video I've already made, were terminally ill, dying, and really dead, almost dead. So out of the one nice big healthy geranium, I took 12 cuttings, and 9 of them did really well. When I took the cuttings, of course, they were just little, what you call sprigs, I suppose, with just two little leaves on the side of them. You know, proper little cuttings. I took little cuttings, cut them down. I cut down, the parts of the plant to about so big. And now they have flourished and got many leaves on them, and they've grown to about that big. But they were in a couple of pots, a few pots, and most of them I planted into a big, long, oblong planting pot, a planter. And so what I've done this morning is taken out the old dead geraniums, dying and dead, and disposed of them, and took the nice little cuttings, which are now grown into little plants, you could say, and repotted them into the pots, and one in the planter, the long oblong planter with the big one. Now, I will be later, pretty soon, taking the big one out of it because it's not suitable for a long planter. And I'm going to put it into a big round basin-like type pot. And I might bring it indoors. Because it is a lovely geranium plant. So that's what I was doing, and unfortunately, as I said, the first video never came out, the introduction like this, and when I went out there, I actually got up with the camera in my hand and walked out there and showed you everything, and nothing come out. It hadn't been filming. So I can only put it down to my cat tracks again. Sorry to keep on about it, but I don't want you to think that there's something wrong up here. So anyway, that's about it. So I'm going to finish with this one now and upload it to YouTube. And also then I will upload the geranium plants, which I've already videoed. And it begins something like this. Well, here we are. I finished planting the cuttings. And as I said, the reason, and I'm saying here we are, I finished, because I introduced it as I was doing it. But of course, because I use a mobile, I wasn't able to put the mobile, I had no room where I was on the veranda, no room to put the video anywhere to be able to show you what I was doing with the little plants that cut in, so I wasn't able to show you. So that'll explain why I say here I finished, because I had introduced what I was going to do and what I was doing, and it never came out. So sorry to repeat myself. Hope you've enjoyed this little video, and see you next time. Bye bye.